Well, most of us would probably agree that you can't predict a car accident. But if the same type of crash keeps happening in the same spot, should that signal a problem?
For investigator Brittany Costello is looking into the death of a 19-year-old corrections officer who died on what we've discovered is a well-known dangerous set of roads.
There's not much to see. The daytime drive to Bernalillo County's jail is a straight shot. But when the sun goes down,
it's really scary. Everyone thinks it's scary. The cops, the ambulances, the sheriffs.
This country road is more like the Wild West. Dark, deserted, and dangerous.
Just 45 into a cow.
Where horses and cattle have the right of way.
It's almost sometimes a gamble.
Law enforcement and jail staffers often have a losing hand.
For the county to know, they know that this happens, not do anything is criminal to me.
Raquel Sachs never had lifelong dreams of becoming a corrections officer. So at 19 years old, she surprised everyone when she graduated from the Metropolitan Detention Center Academy.
She was the shortest one there, but she popped out.
At 5'0", the idea of Sachs taking on suspected criminals didn't sit easy with her siblings at first, but they were proud.
We always had that fear, something may happen. But she always said, I got it. You should see how I take down people. She came and put her in handcuffs. She tried to wrestle him just to show us what she was capable of.
Sachs was on the job a little more than a month, working the graveyard shift. We pulled her time card, which shows 4 of her last 6 days at MDC were 16-hour doubles, giving her less than 8 hours before she needed to show up for her next shift. She was heading in for another shift when her family got the call. Deputies say she was driving on Shelley Road almost to work when she swerved for some unknown reason.
There's a bumper on the ground, but I don't see any other debris from another car. She hit a cow.
Her car flipped. Trapped underneath, she died.
We walked the road just trying to find anything of hers, and then we found a lot of stuff.
Including more questions.
We're seeing cross after cross after cross, and then we get to the site, and possibly this would have been prevented if somebody would have listened before.
Crosses for another 19-year-old corrections officer. For 2 men hit and killed by a corrections officer. Raquel was the 5th person to die driving on this stretch to MDC in 2 years. And we found more than 60 accident calls in the last 3 years. But one of those crashes stood out just 9 months before Sachs died.
You all right, man?
Yeah, that was a good hit, though.
That was wild, dude.
Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies were driving a suspect to MDC in March last year when the deputy hit a cow in the road. They pulled off, using a flashlight to alert drivers the cow they hit was still in the road. One APD officer goes around it, but less than 5 minutes later, another APD officer slams into the same cow. The damage was extensive.
It can be dangerous.
It can be fatal.
BCSO Under Sheriff Johan Hareno says the problems on this road are well documented.
Yeah, there's hair on it.
Involving prison transport vans and state police, and many MDC workers driving to or from work.
This road ain't no joke with these cows, man.
This road is lined with barbed wire fence, but it hardly does the job of keeping cattle out of the road. We found a number of spots where the fence is so damaged, it's not doing much at all.
No one is shocked. No one's like, oh my God, you hit a cow or you killed someone. It's not shock. It's just kind of like, oh, that sucks. Maybe they'll put lights up now.
Do you just not see them? How do you not see them?
Well, because it's so dark out there, it's so dark you can't see, very far in front of you.
Andrea Garcia was working graveyard at MDC in 2022 when she too crashed into something she didn't see.
My accident really, obviously I was really shaken up by it. And I was like, this is ridiculous because everyone has a story there.
3 years ago, she put together a petition, gathered hundreds of signatures, emailed the mayor's office and deputy county manager.
For the county to know, they know that this happens, not do anything is criminal to me.
While the county may not own the cattle out here, it is the county's job to keep livestock out of any area they aren't allowed to roam. It's state law.
I've been doing this for 17 years, and it hasn't changed. So how about we stop talking about it, we address the issues, and we start doing something.
The frontage road is owned by the state. Some of Shelley Road is owned by the city, the rest by the county. But recently, the county vowed to take on all of it.
People who travel that road every day are frustrated.
So to this family, the county is very much concerned about driver safety.
The county refused to say why it's taken so long to protect its own employees. And while there are plans to install more than 150 streetlights and upgrade fencing, it will take time and more money. Zach's family will tell you every day that passes brings the risk that someone else's bright future goes dark.
It's like her happy presence just disappeared. It's like she's not there anymore. It's like all her joy and every happiness that she brought to us, it's not there anymore.
Life without Raquel is even harder.
Our safety's not a priority.
No.
Knowing what they know now. Brittany Costello, 4 Investigates.
We do have a timeline for those projects. It's on our website now, KOB.com. Now, another big problem on the road you might have seen is speed. The county is, though, setting up mobile speed enforcement, while BCSO says they are dedicating more resources for patrols.